Welcome to the Angular Split Button tutorial. The Syncfusion Angular Split Button has a primary button to select the default action and a secondary button to toggle between different contextual overlays that display the list of action items when a drop-down arrow is clicked. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create an Angular app and add the Syncfusion Angular Split Button component. You will see some of its built-in features, such as adding separators and icons, and display it in different positions. I will start with the application creation process. I'm going to create an Angular application using the Angular CLI tool. Make sure you have installed the latest version of Node.js. First, open Visual Studio Code and install the Angular CLI using the npm install-g at angular/CLI command. As I have already installed it, I am skipping this step here. Next, I will create a new Angular project using ng new project name command and name my project example. This will create an Angular project along with its dependencies. Now let me navigate to the project folder. To add the Syncfusion Angular Split Button component, install the Syncfusion Angular Split Buttons package using the npm install at syncfusion/ej2 Angular Split Buttons --save command. This will install the package along with its dependencies. The application is now ready to use. Before using the Syncfusion component, I need to register the trial license key. I open the main.ts file and import the register license method from the Syncfusion ej2 base package. Using this method, I register the trial license key. To generate this license key, refer to the link in the description below. First, I need to import the Split Button module. Navigate to the app component file and import the Split Button module from the Syncfusion ej2 Angular Split Buttons package. Then, register it within the imports array of the component section. To add styles to the split button, I navigate to the style.css file. Add the required CSS style references by importing the material theme. I have also imported the dependent CSS references like buttons and pop-ups. Next, I make changes in the app component HTML file by replacing its default content with the Angular split button code. I add the split button by adding the EJS split button tag and set the content to paste. Next, I am going to add 4 paste options to this paste button. So, move to the app component file and import the item model class from the split buttons package. I define an array called items of type item model. Add an array of objects with a text property and set appropriate values to it. Then I assign this items array to the items property. I save the changes and run the application using the ng-serve command. You can see the split button rendered with the content paste and different paste options in the drop-down. Paste, paste special, paste as formula, paste as hyperlink. Notice that the paste options are displayed continuously. If you want to group and separate these options, use the separator property. To display a separator after the first 2 options, I add one more item to this array and set the separator property to true. See, now the separator is shown after the first 2 options. Next, I will show you how to add an icon to the split button component. I define the icon CSS property and set the class names ESBIcons and ePaste to it. I define a font face within this style section with a specific source BAF and name. I set the font family attribute to DDBIcons to access the paste icon at the application level. Then, assign appropriate content values to these class names assigned to the icon CSS property to access the paste icon. As you can see, the split button is displayed with the paste icon. Similarly, you can add icons for the pop-up items. Notice that the paste icon is placed to the left of the button content. To change the position, I set the icon position property to top. Checking now, the icon is placed at the top of the button content. By default, pop-up items are listed vertically. To list them horizontally, I need to add custom styles to the CSS class property. To demonstrate, I define the custom class, custom pop-up items, and add the CSS styles float and padding left. I then assign this custom class to the CSS class property. I remove the separator item from the items array. When I click the drop-down arrow, the split button pop-up items are displayed horizontally. Next, I will show you how to disable an item from the pop-up. To disable the paste special option, set the disabled property to true in the paste special item. You can see that the paste special option is disabled. Finally, to disable the split button, set the disabled property to true in the EJS split button tag. Checking now, the split button component is disabled. In this video, I've shown you how to create an Angular application and add the Syncfusion Angular Split Button component. You also saw how to add separators and icons, display the pop-up items horizontally, and disable the component. If you want to see a working example, you can download it from the GitHub link in the description below. I have also provided a link to know if you qualify for a free license key to use our Angular products through our community license. If you found this video useful, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.